Hi, I'm Laura from Suffolk Carers Matter, and we're here at West Suffolk Hospital, and I'm talking to Jan Bloomfield, Executive Director of Workforce and Communications at West Suffolk. So, Jan, thank you very much for agreeing to chat to us.
Pleasure.
And as we were just sort of talking about, you know, are 2 days the same here, or do you have particular things that you need to do every day, or what would you say your routine comprises of?
I think that no 2 days are the same. I think, like most people in managerial roles, there's a lot of emails that I have to deal with. There is a lot of people that I have to get to meet to talk about different priorities for the trust. Interestingly, when I say I'm a director of workforce, they think I sit interviewing people all day. I don't. I have staff that do that.
Okay.
And so I have a great team that sits behind me that does all of the day-to-day human resource issues,
right.
Recruiting, performance management, dealing with staff who are unfortunately sick, and other matters that are important to our staff. My role is about advising the board about how we deal with the workforce strategically.
Yeah.
With communications, however, that's a little, sometimes can be quite hands-on, and particularly when there are media inquiries, the team will sometimes, I have a communications team that works for me, and they may make contact with me and say, we've had this media request, and we talk through how we're going to deal with it.
Yeah, so you don't always know what's going to come up in that respect at all, do you?
So, I mean, it's for me, on Sunday we have the Secretary of State for Health outside our emergency department presenting the long-term plan for the NHS. Right. I was sitting at home thinking, I recognise that frontage, and it was our hospital. So there's sometimes where things do carry on. Well, not necessarily, but I mean, obviously, it was a positive, good news. But things go on even when I'm not here. I think that's the point I was trying to make. So no, I love what I do. I like the fact that people are at the end of what my job is all about. The health service is all about people, and our staff do make the difference to patients' lives. And if I can, help them do their jobs better, then I think that my job is certainly done, because that's what I'm here to do. Is to have a happy, motivated workforce. So. So I can't really give you a full rundown of a daily routine, but the overview is very much about how I influence where we're going as an organisation strategically in terms of how we employ people for the future.
So, I mean, obviously you've been here for 27 years. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a lot of change in that time.
Yes.
Is there anything that particularly stands out as either a big change or something that you've achieved in your role?
Gosh, there's lots of things I can talk about in terms of things that have changed and things that we have achieved. I'll give you one story. We employ a lot of women in the health service. It's a big employer of women. Here we're about 80% female workforce. Childcare, real problem for a lot of our staff. And while I was pregnant with my daughter Hannah, I presented to the board the fact we needed a workplace nursery. And which was the irony of me sitting there pregnant saying that we want a workplace nursery. Hannah was 11 by the time we got a workplace nursery here, and it wasn't necessarily because of the tardiness of the board here. It was because we had to find the money, we then had to get planning permission, we had it turned down several times, and finally when Hannah was 11, we opened the workplace nursery on site, which has again made a real difference
to the lives of
the staff. The other thing that I think I'm very proud of here is our staff survey. We annually survey our staff,
right?
And in the last 2 years, we've been certainly top for being the best place to work in the NHS, which is, again, not just about what I do, but it's about the leadership.
And the morale of the team and everything, isn't it? You know, so yeah.
And so I think that for me, it sounds a little bit Disney, but where there's happy staff, there's happy patients, because if staff feel motivated in the jobs that they do, they're going to give their best care to our patients. So
of course the
staff survey means a lot to us, and to come out top in the NHS as the best place to work and be treated is really, really important to us.
No, that's amazing, isn't it? So obviously we were saying you're going to be taking a step back soon, you still be involved, but what are your hopes for the future of the hospital, and also for you personally, because you'll have a bit more time?
Yeah, I will. It's quite
yourself.
Scary. It is quite scary. Actually, I'm 3 months away from retiring, and to be honest, it doesn't feel real yet. No. I'm so submerged with issues at the hospital that I've not yet sort of lifted my head up and thought, come April, I won't have to come in here every day. My aspirations for this organisation remains high. I think this is a great hospital. It is a great community service, because West Suffolk doesn't just run the hospital here.
No.
We run all the community services, so district nurses that visit patients' homes are employed by our